Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Mind, Money, Soul. And today we're going to talk about the 3 things that I know to be true about money. Number 1, money is a tool. Number 2, money is an energy. And number 3, money is abundant. So let's get into it. Okay, number 1, money is a tool. Money itself is neither good or bad, okay? We attach emotions and assign a meaning to it based on our experiences and based on our beliefs. But money itself is literally a tool. Like, it helps us build, no pun intended, the life that we desire, and it is in our control to change how we feel about it. Now, if you listen to my other episode, which was about feeling undeserving of money, the Money Pep Talk, I spoke a lot about this. But imagine you have a wardrobe to build, yeah? You got 2 options. 1, you can build it with your bare hands, no tools, like just with your bare hands, or you use a toolkit to build the wardrobe, okay? With option number 1, where you use your bare hands, okay? Screwing and screws with your bare hands, your fingers are getting all, like, painful, it's maybe not as sturdy, but it's, you know, you're getting there, you're really trying, it's taking you a really long time, it's probably quite painful, you've had to do everything yourself. Option number 1. Option number 2, you use tools. The tools that are there to help you make it an easier and a quicker and a more enjoyable job, okay? Which one are we doing? The end result is the same. You have a wardrobe, but you are not more noble for doing it with your hands, right? You had an end goal, which is to have a good wardrobe. Why not use the tools? People don't come around and they go, oh my goodness, did you build that with your bare hands? And you're like, yeah, I didn't even use any of the tools that were right there to make it so easy for myself. Like, that's not a noble thing to do. It's the same with money. You can live your life avoiding money, not having money, scraping by, but be like, see, look at me, even without money, I'm still so happy. Of course you can do that. But because so many people do live a life very happily without money, right? It's not about, making that choice, because some people, it isn't a choice, right? But they still choose to be happy, which we love. But having the choice to go after money if you're actively avoiding it, right? But money is an amazing tool to help you live a better and more enjoyable and a comfortable life. It is a hammer. It is a screwdriver. It is a drill, right? And using those tools doesn't make the wardrobe dirty or bad or negative. When you view money as a tool to get to where you want, and that is really how you view it, that is where your life will change, because it will create space in your brain for other things. So I know this to be true, and I would like you to know this to be true. Money is a tool. I sounded like Donald Trump, gross. Okay, number 2, money is energy. So I really do believe that spending is just as important as saving and as investing, because money needs to flow both in and out of your life. Learning how to confidently manage your money in alignment with your goals and in alignment with your values will help you to actually feel good about your money and actually enjoy your money, right? You don't just want to only do the extremes where you just save and you hold on to everything. Now imagine money like a river. As money kind of like flows into the top and it's flowing through the river, you want it to flow into other places. So it kind of gets siphoned off into these other little rivers, right? You know, you want some of it to be pushed off into mini lakes, which will be like where your saving is, like little water reservoirs. Then you want your money to be siphoned off to spending, and that's going literally out of the river and into someone else's river. Then you want it over in a little investing one, which right now goes off, but the money is going to feed back into the top of your river to create more water, more river. Now, saving and holding on to money is important, right? But it's where the most stagnance. Is that word? Stagnance? It's where the most stagnance happens. Like, that's the stagnant part, holding on to money in cash. Now, having a small amount of money, say for emergencies and say for short-term goals, is important. Yes. But if you only save and you just hoard everything, you don't spend, you don't invest, and everything goes towards saving, the money gets stagnant. The water gets gross, okay? It's bad energy, it's bad juju. So you want to make sure that you have some being siphoned off into savings, but that the parts where you're spending it on things that bring you joy, or you're spending it on things that are going to help you level up your life or your skills, because that shit keeps the energy flowing, and it's you trusting that more of it is going to come back into the top of the river, okay? You also want to spend that money in places or in businesses and causes that you care about, because it all comes back around. So it's an energy. Where are you choosing to direct that energy? What is the type of, world that you want to create with your money through your investing and through your spending? But money is an energy, okay? And when you allow the flow of the money and you allow the flow of the energy to be flowy and to be movement-y, I'm really making up loads of words today. That is what we want. So know that money is an energy, know that it flows. If you ever hear about people talk about the law of attraction and like manifesting, it's all about getting on the level of the energy of the thing that you want, right? The vibe of the thing that you want. You've got to get on the energy of money. And this links into this idea that money is a tool and that it's not good or it's not bad, but we can level onto that energy, which is where you start to feel the good things now, and then you will have more money to utilize for the things that you enjoy, but you have to see it as a flow. And then the last one is that money is abundant. You cannot create and build wealth from a place of lack or a place of scarcity. A lot of the time our go-to kind of thought process is lack and it is scarcity, but we want to lean into abundance. Now, abundance is basically just the belief that there is enough money and opportunities to go around, right? And when you build up an abundance mindset and you tap into all of the wealth that life can offer, not just money, but all the things, like all the wealthiest people that I've met have an abundance mindset about literally everything. They believe that they deserve money. They believe that there is enough that can come their way, that they can make money in a range of ways, that it's easy to make money, that they deserve to spend, save and invest, from their needs being taken care of right through to excess money that can do amazing things for them. Abundant people have abundant lives because what you think about and what you focus on grows. Now, when you tap into abundance, I promise you, shit changes. An abundance of money, but also resources and clients and opportunities and people. This is such a big one. Like if you are single, and you want to get married and have kids one day, you have to believe that there is an abundance of good men or women out there for you. You have to trust that. Even when you go on a shitty date, even when you go speed dating and everyone's sucked, even when you're on dating apps and it looks like there's no one, even when you go to a wedding and you're the only single person, even with all of those seemingly scarce or lack related, I was going to say activities, but situations, experiences you find yourself in, you do not need to make that the big picture. That is just what is happening right now in the moment. But it's the same with money, right? Well, in that instance, we know that there's literally billions of people in the world, like billions. Okay, so what, you haven't found one on a dating app or at a wedding, but you could walk into a coffee shop tomorrow and meet the love of your life. You could be walking down the street or answer a phone call, a Zoom work call, or get a new job and meet someone that is the love of your life, or at least just meant to be a significant part in your life. I do believe in the abundance of people, right? It's the same as like if you're feeling lonely and you feel like you don't have any girlfriends or fun friends, you have to believe that there are people, your tribe out there that you can connect with. They are out there. It's just finding them and creating the systems for them to, find their way to you and putting yourself in situations and taking action to be around that abundance. And the same applies to money. Okay, this attitude helps you spot all of the abundance that is already around you, and it's the same with money. Just because maybe you've been in debt or because you've fucked up your budget or because you didn't get the pay rise you wanted or whatever, that doesn't mean to say that there is not an abundance of money. It's just that specific situation or scenario, it is what it is. It doesn't need to be the bigger picture. So you have to lean into this idea that money is abundant, resources are abundant, and it is possible for you. Like, you have to trust that from your core, and you have to believe it to see it. It's not a see it to believe it situation. You've got to believe it first to be able to see it. So they are the 3 things that I know to be true about money. So I hope you enjoyed this episode, and feel free to slide into my DMs, drop me a message, drop me an email, and I will see you all next week. Mwah.